do it.
PG-13.
I'll be good.
I just want to make people aware of this. This is going to be a very lucky session because we are on session 13.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Oh dear. No, this
We're
is when
all
we
going
get.
to die.
This is when we get a TPK, isn't it?
Yeah.
TPK. TPK.
Okay. Has everyone got their character sheets ready and shut off Love Honey as well?
I have 3 monitors in front of me. I can do both.
Oh, please don't.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Who remembers what happened last time?
Genevieve died.
Hooray!
Points to Nathan.
Thank you. Do I get more XP than everyone?
You get you get shade points.
Yes.
Yeah. So some things were revealed. There was the party split for some reason. Genevieve died eventually. that is essentially the non-hyped version of the last stream.
Genevieve died. The rest of us sat around for a little bit
and talked about stuff civilly, kind of.
It's a sharing circle.
It was, but none of you know that Genevieve's died.
No,
as far as I'm aware. So,
Nope.
So we begin with you guys in the. You're still around the obelisk, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And you were
About to leave.
Yeah, about to leave and go back. Also, from this point on, if you want to message, do it in Facebook chat because it'll fuck up the stream settings.
Oh, Emma's gone.
Oh.
What was she?
God damn 13th stream.
All the technical difficulties. Fucking hell, got no spells.
Got a note.
We haven't actually long rested for 2 fucking sessions.
No.
This will be the second session that we haven't actually long rested.
Oh shit, my bed.
But yeah, I think I said we should have waited. We should have long. We short rested, didn't we? We short rested, but none of us got like spells back or out. I mean, I didn't.
I have 3 first level spells.
I have barely used any spell slots, so I'm good. Oh.
Okay, so whilst we wait for Emily to come back, what you guys wanted to do? What was your plan? What was the,
Didn't we say that we were going to like go after Jen?
It would have been long enough to go after her.
Yeah.
And I know Artemis set a spell on the egg, right? You set like an alarm.
Alarm.
Yeah,
I think it was.
yeah, an alarm spell.
Right. Yeah. So I think we're just gonna make us way back, I guess.
Okay. Who's leading?
It wouldn't be Nook.
I'll take the front until Ignatia gets back, in which case she'll take the front.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
good
imagine
plan.
that Iggy would have done it 'cause she was quite passionate about it.
I'll take the rear.
Hey!
Sorry.
Give me a perception check. Artemis, for sure at the front.
Oh no. If my passive perception's higher, should I use that?
Oh, yes.
Okay, in that case, 15.
15. Yeah, you guys, it takes you 20 minutes, something like that, half an hour to get back out of the cave, the tunnel system that you're in. And you are now at the entrance, basically the way that you went in. And yeah, you know your way back. You're just out of that sort of like cabin system. at this moment in time. You're back into the filth and the.
Is this before we get into Grackenschlau? Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the. You're in basically
the Faroes.
Yeah, you're in the Cleft district, the Faroes. Basically, it's where the Darrow live, but they live in like squalor. So it's essentially like the worst sort of like ghetto that you could possibly imagine. There's just refuge and just disease everywhere.
And how long has it been since Jen left?
It's got to be at least an hour, over an hour. I think you said that you'll be back within that time frame, and I know that the time's passed.
Because Ignatia and so it must have been longer than an hour because they had to recover hit points. Oh no, because you used the jar. Yeah, you used the jar, didn't you? You used the jizz.
My special bottle of slop.
Does there seem to be any kind of like air of alarm or like alertedness? Like, are people like look panicked because there's shit going on? Like, what's the state?
No, like what when you've travelled through the district, you've seen like very few people, a few Darrow walking around. You've seen like corpses or inanimate bodies, such like they're possibly alive. You're not overly sure, but like people walking around. You've seen a couple of people off in the distance, but by the time you've got like anywhere near to like speak to them, they kind of like dash off into their like hovels and stuff. The fact that you're not Darrow in this district is quite off-putting for them.
Right.
You get a sense that you're feared. There's an instant air of fear around you guys when they see you.
Right. So does that replicate the first time that we came through?
Yeah, nothing's changed. There's no.
Right.
As you can imagine, like, sound would echo out of the cavern, but nothing. Is struck up a sort of like an event or some ruckus outside. It's quite quiet.
Right.
And it's quite relieving as well, even though that you come out into a smell of like dank decay and just like trash. You don't feel as claustrophobic as you would do as you've been travelling around the Underdark, as well as in these really confined this really confined cabin.
I guess. It's up to Artemis. He's the one leading.
Oh no, Iggy's back now. She's leading.
Oh.
I like how you've decided for me, though.
Oh yeah.
Why am I leading?
Because you weren't here.
So you've been the first one to die.
Because you're the one capable of burning and or putting out fires. So.
And are you resistant to fire?
Resistant, yeah. Oh, fucking hell. This is like the third time I've had to open my character sheet today. I'm going to as soon as this session's over, I'm just going to throw the laptop down the stairs.
Excuse to buy a new laptop.
Well, this one's getting close to like 5-6 years old now, so, it's getting on in the years.
Don't need an excuse at this point.
Not with this behaviour.
Definitely not.
Just the money.
Yeah, that. If you would like to sponsor a new laptop,
just give me the money.
Discount it.
Maybe one day we'll get so big that we'll actually all have like proper PCs sent to us. But until then, we'll just have to deal with our shit PCs. I can't even generate a proper like spell sheet. I had to get Kelly to generate mine.
I'm going to point out I do not have a shit PC. I have a shit Mac.
I don't have either of those. I have a really fucking good Mac. That
I have a good PC. I just don't own a webcam.
Paying off on finance because I'm an adult with no money.
Grown ups.
Anyway, dragons.
Yes, back to childish stuff. None of this adult bullshit. What is this?
So are we continuing on, Ignatia?
Wait. Iggy would like to know what the fuck's been happening the last few minutes, because she's been pushed in front of a party while, I don't know, let's pretend she was Yeah,
Yeah, but
Jamie.
let's be honest. Isn't it Iggy's way to like go in for all the information? She doesn't need information. She just needs to know where to point.
Them's brave words from someone who's in the same flat.
House.
Yeah, house now. Yeah.
House.
Regardless, them's his brave words.
That's just brave words. Because I think I've taught the cat how to attack him now, so I think. Wait, what's happening? I literally need to know what's happening right now.
You guys have just exited the cavern system where you fought all of the different types of shit that you fought. So you're now back in the Pharaohs where the Darrow live, or habitate. They don't really live that long, to be fair. So it's quite cool down here, because obviously the forges are up above. So it's quite average sort of like temperature, which is a relief, even though it smells like death and decay and disease.
So like row.
But you don't really, yeah, that too. You don't really see any Darrow around or any sort of like living people. You see like a scurry off in the distance where people try and move without you seeing them, because it's very unusual for anybody apart from servants to be down here. And like the servants that do come down here are the ones that can't actually carry on their service because of injuries, or they've got some sort of disease or something like that. So they're basically left down here to die, more or less. So yeah, it's a happy place. But this is the same way that you came in, so you know the way back.
That's nice. Okay.
All the Darrow gangs on their motorcycles.
Yeah.
No, they're not on motorcycles. They can't afford them, so they just go.
It's like Monty Python. There's one of them following around, just making. Okay, so I'm assuming we're heading back to the dragon. Like that's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what Genevieve said she was going.
Yes.
I
guess we continue on.
If we're continuing on, when we get to, I'm guessing there's like a gate or an entryway that goes from the Pharaohs to the main city, correct?
Yes, so the gate that you came, you go through, you have to go down like a set of stairs all the way down the cliff face, because obviously it's like a chasm. The stairs are very worn. It's basically classed as difficult terrain. You have to take your time. So if you went up at normal speed, there's a possibility you'll fall, and from that height, you probably die. But you already know this because you came down those stairs anyway. So you know your way back up, and the gate which is at the top of the staircase.
So I think when we get to the gate, I would like just past the gate. Unless with the dwarves that are guarding it talk to us or like that. I don't know if you're planning something for that. I don't want to just skip ahead in time.
I don't think we have anything to do here really, other than just pass through to get to where we're going.
Right. So I think I'll address the group after we've passed through the gate, and Knuckles say, "Oh God, I've got to try and do this fucking accent."
New then.
Oh, right. You lot can go to the dragon and try and find Genevieve, try and get her back to the inn that we first slept at. I've got an escape plan that I'll have ready for you.
I'm inciting the shit out of that.
I was about to say.
Yeah, go on.
I think I might also join you in that role if I can open my
I mean, I kind of trust Nook, but still.
I don't.
For the sake of rolling.
16.
Ooh, I got a natural 20. Yay! Some good things are happening to me today.
Does that count towards the natural 20s, or do the natural 20s only apply in battle?
No, just natural 20s.
Cool. 1.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to contest it anyway. I'm not lying.
Okay.
I've got an escape plan, and I'm going to be waiting at the inn.
Ignatia now just knows so much about Nook.
More than she ever needed to know.
I look very wholesome and cute and adorable.
You've suddenly got like those big chibi eyes.
Yeah.
Those chibi eyes, though.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been making jokes and I'm muted. God damn it.
Oh no!
Quickly, get all your jokes out.
Quick, just everyone laugh like I said funny stuff.
Oh, you're so chubby.
No.
Oh, what a corker.
Anyway,
Oh,
I don't think we should be splitting up right now. I think that's a bad idea.
Well.
Because if Genevieve has found herself in trouble, and we are going to then walk into that trouble, and then our gnome friend is off on his own.
You don't have to worry about me.
I'm more worried about us.
Well, I'm pretty spent. I haven't got nothing. Best job that I can do is get us, well, what's left of us, out of here quickly.
How? How do you intend to do that?
I have a friend.
A friend.
A friend.
Okay. So when we get out of here, where do we go?
To the inn that we first slept at. First night. I don't remember. Oh, fuck. It was like...
Because I hope one of you
It had
guys...
a really
That's
dope
what I was
name.
gonna-
It had like
Oh
a
shit,
really
I might have
dope
actually
name.
written it down. How many sessions ago was it?
No, it wasn't that one. It was the Ladgar's Blessing. It was. And it was run by Darthis and Walther. I am good at notes.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah. So
My
we'll meet
notebook
at
is usually
Ladgar's
just
Blessing.
numbers.
Literally, I've just gone back through my notes, and the only one that stood out to me was in capital letters, fucking Bapido. Like, that was just, like, lots of exclamation marks.
And Nook says, we'll need to get out quickly if we get Genevieve out with us. And I've got
When?
some...
Not if.
Fine. When? But I also have some other business to attend to that I'll have to do toot sweet, and I don't want to... I want to get out of here as quickly as possible. That's all I
What
want
kind
to
of
do.
business and who with? Because if you're
With
dealing
Giles.
with
I want to get Giles out of here.
Giles.
He's a good
Okay.
friend. And he helped you guys out.
That's right.
So I think we owe it him. So we can either go in all together and maybe all die together.
Or you
Or-
can save your skin.
I'll wait as long as I can. And I look at cracks when I say that.
I think the signal that you should leave would be if a dragon starts stomping around, not as long as you can.
Well, that's what I mean. If a dragon starts stomping around and breathing fire, I'm fucking off with or without you. Because that means that you're all probably toast. Is toast canon in D&D?
You know,
Can I have a law check?
bread.
toasted crispy bread. Yes, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely.
Maybe not toasters.
Quick, Iggy, you can invent something here.
Yes.
Someone get me some bread.
Bitch, get me some bread.
I need bread and fire.
Get me some bread in this motherfucker.
Have they invented like cheese on toast? Like, can I blow some people's mouth?
No, but Ignitia
Toast
could
on your
bring.
hand
Ignitia can bring cheese and toast to Faerun.
and then just fire. You can toast it yourself.
What a way to make money as a
Get me
fire
some
genasi.
marshmallows.
Just get a sword and like flip it off of a mohawk or whatever shit.
Yeah. Whilst you guys are talking, who's got the highest perception? Passive
Oh.
perception.
Probably not me. I have 12.
Not me. I've got 12.
My passive is 15.
Somebody said 16. You. Yeah. Whilst you're talking and you're trying to get some information out of Nook, just over his shoulder, You can see a couple of the keepers of the flame coming back with like an empty cart. It's got no like side rails. It's more like it's kind of like an open wheelbarrow as such that they're pushing forward between the pair of them. They're heading back towards where Themberchode is.
That's not good.
They're walking back towards.
The Themberchode, yeah.
Right.
I'm
Crex,
going to call that they're dumping Genevieve's body.
right. Crex, do we leave Nook to do his business and get on to finding your other friend?
No.
Our other friend.
Aye.
I
Okay.
don't want to say this.
Say it.
Wait as long as you can.
I will. I promise.
Oh, wait. Give me your stick.
Are you collecting items?
Yeah, it's just like.
Well, no, hang on.
Is Artemis some kind of serial killer, collecting trophies or something?
Is a kleptomaniac?
How do we
is
know
what
you are
Artemis
just going to run off the first chance you get?
Listen, Artemis. I would, but this is the last thing that my uncle had that he gave to me. This is the only thing that I have left of him. I'm not just going to give it away to you to get burned up by a dragon.
What about the butt ruby?
Not even my contingency plan either.
So
I
that's
don't care if none of you trust me. I'm giving my word to Crex, and I know that you know how important that is.
Rex, ask
I'll
for the butt
wait
ruby.
as long as I can.
He will wait. We can trust him for
A
that.
gnome is nothing. I am short. I am annoying. I have very little to do in this life. I am a measly little thing. All I have is my word. And I'm giving you it.
He's come through in the past.
okay.
Fine.
Let's go threaten a dragon.
I say to Crex, I say, oh wait, no. Did Crex have Droki's head? Who had Droki's head?
It was in the bag of holding.
Fuck! So we can't even
Double check
leave.
that.
Nope. We are like triple boned.
Fuck, man. We need to get
TPK.
Spread shit out over the two. fucking
It's
bags of
not
holding.
written down.
Yeah? Time to go through the notes.
Yeah, I am
Does
not
not
helping
put
you at this point.
So, but Genevieve did have it because she was the one who cut it off.
Yeah.
But Frex has the cloak.
Yep.
So I say to Crex, I say, listen, I know I've expressed a lot of want or interest in that cloak, but we don't have the edge. I need to get all this stuff sorted out so that when you guys get Genevieve out, we can get the fuck out. So if I can take that to Black Skull, we can just get it all over with.
Take the cloak off and hand it to him.
I'll give you it back, I promise.
You better do.
I
Well,
wouldn't
ask Naomi where you live and I will come and stab you.
I know. I would never cross a Tory's daughter. Is that how you pronounce Crex's second name?
Thordy's daughter.
I have no fucking
I
clue.
thought you said Tory. I thought
I say
is
Tory.
Crex a Tory?
I thought he said Tori's daughter.
Thordy's.
Whoa.
It's got like a weird D in it.
Instantly got
And it's
political there.
It's an Old Norse th sound. TH.
Right. I would never cross a Thordy's daughter. No, I would never.
You're right.
So yeah, I guess I go.
Okay,
Oh,
I found my note.
Oh,
Duron on plaque. Decapitate head. It's like for Darrow and Droki. Decapitate head. Put in BOH.
Oh no.
so it isn't.
So I've written it down. I just have not updated the thing. So it's in the bag of holding.
Cool.
Right.
I will update that now.
Yeah. So I guess I'll go find Giles in the market area, or I'll try and find him.
Okay, so whilst you do that, what are you guys doing? Are you guys going to making a beeline for the
dragon.
for the temperature layer?
Shaboy.
Or as Lee calls
Yeah.
him, Thunder Chad.
Thunder Chad.
Thunder Chad.
Thunder, Chad.
And I imagine he has 6 propped collars.
And a backward snapback.
Right. Yes.
So, let's do Nook first.
Right.
So you
The dragon appears.
and eats him, but not Thunderchoke. So you cross the bridge from district to district, and you get to basically the market where you find that the market is pretty much closing up for the day. Let's get to that time of day where they kind of close down. They don't stay open all day. So you know pretty much whereabouts Giles makes his pitch, and you just make a beeline for it, unless you want to do something else.
No, I want to go straight to Giles for now. I also want to say that I put the cloak like in the shirt, so it's tucked away and hidden. I don't want it being on show.
Okay. So you make your beeline for Giles. You see like familiar faces of like other merchants that you've been that are down here. There's a few Dergar, as well as there's a tiefling, female merchant that you've seen a few times. A couple of other humans. As well, you come to Giles, who's packing up his wares that he has left from today's sales. He has a cart as such that's pulled by a spectral horse.
Sweet. That's dope.
Yeah, it's he doesn't really have a name for it because he has to basically conjure it every day. From your knowledge, he's not overly proficient in that sort of like arcane arts. But the horse is mostly skeletal in appearance, and the hoofs are kind of like opaque, so you can't really see the hoofs touch the ground. Apart from this like smoky like sort of effect. But yeah, he's got like a couple of horses that do that. And the cart's more or less fully loaded. You see Giles in his usual attire. He's got this very fancy sort of like tunic sort of shirt that he wears, as well as completely bald head, no eyebrows, no beard. Just very thick, sort of like leathery skin, like he's seen many years, or he's just had some hard years.
Okay. So as I kind of like walk up to him, I see that he's packing up, and I say, "Oh, good! I caught you just in time. We offer a drink," and I like open my eyes wide open. I look at him and I go, "Yeah, we're going for a drink." as if to say like, walk with me.
Well, isn't it my good friend Nook? A drink? Well, yes, sir. I think I will take that drink. Just bear with me a couple more seconds, and we'll have that drink. As he like nods away as he keeps talking.
I look around a bit paranoid. Do I see anything if I roll a perception check?
Yeah, roll a perception.
I got a 18 plus 2, so that's a 20 non-natural.
You see 3 Darrow talking to what you would possibly believe to be a sergeant or some of the middle-ranking sort of guard. They kind of look in your vague direction. They don't make any sort of gesture, but they do look at you a couple of times, and maybe you're just feeling a little bit more paranoid than you normally would. Maybe they're talking about you.
Yeah.
That's open up to interpretation.
I start like kind of fidgeting, tapping my feet. I'm like, come on, Giles, come on. I'm really, really thirsty. Really just need some of that nice, Durgar ale.
As he's packing stuff away, he kind of like turns round with like sort of like a shocked look on his face. It's like, Durgar ale? Is that what we're going to drink? Because if it is, I'm going to take a range.
Giles, Giles, I need you. We'll have whatever you want, mate. Just let's get an hurry on, right?
If Joe what actually, place that I'm staying, they'll let us take our own drinks in. So I've got some stuff that we don't have to pay and just drink.
That's great. That's fantastic. Let's go.
You see, he kind of like you see him like he's got this like small like book. You see he like flips it open. He like looks through a few pages, flips back. You see like he's looking through with his. He's kind of like reading, following his finger with his eyes. You see he makes some sort of like small hand gesture, and then the horse cart just starts walking off on its own. He tucks it back into his tunic, and he kind of like just dusts his hands off, and he's like, okay, let's go. And he's got this like traveler's bag, like a satchel as such, over his shoulder. You can hear something clink inside his bag, and he goes, okay, he like gestures for you to follow him, and you guys walk for a few moments.
I say in Gnomish. Can you understand me?
He says yes, but he replies in Common.
Right, I say in Gnomish. How soon can you get the fuck out?
Do you know Thieves' Camp? Oh,
I do not, unfortunately.
You see him make some sort of like fidget gesture, like he's overly fidgety. Yeah, you don't really. We can't really read anything into it. And there's a few moments where he just looks at you like he's expecting you to understand, and he's just like, he just rolls his eyes a little bit, and is like, as soon as I'm ready, really.
Are you ready right now?
He's like, I can be. It depends on. Are you in trouble?
Not just yet. Let's just say things are about to get weird, potentially, and we might need to get out, and I want you to come with us.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, let's go into this tavern, and then we'll have a chat. He leads you into a tavern that looks it looks very similar to the one that you guys were staying at, except for it's ran by a pair of mountain dwarfs.
Okay.
You don't catch their names. However, it's called Helm's Gauntlet. And as you go in, it's got like a mixture between Durgar and dwarven sort of architecture. It's kind of like it's definitely built by the Durgar, except for they've kind of like put their own fucking drapes and tables and all that sort of stuff that they made to try and make it their own.
Oh no!
Looks like we've lost Emily again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
No staying power.
So we're at a point where we're going to switch back to you guys. In fact, no. Whilst Emily's not here, we'll carry on with Noel. It's more appropriate. So you guys enter. There's a few people in here. There's not that many. It seems a little bit more lavish than the tavern that you were staying at, but the Durgar tend to be quite functional rather than going for aesthetics. So there's a lot of like brass and gold sort of trimming. Dwarves love gold.
Yeah, typical dwarvish kind of
Yeah.
trappings and shit. Very, very luxurious.
There's like a stone dais in like one corner that's probably used for like a musician or something like that, as well as like these hexagonal tables scattered around. A lot of the architecture is angular, and so you go and sit down. You pick a corner. Giles sits down. You sit on the other. You sit close, I guess.
Yes.
He places his.
I want to sit. I also want to sit in a position where I can see the door. Hopefully, if the architecture will allow me. I want to be able to see the door.
Yeah. So you can see the door, whereas Giles is facing you, so he can't. So your back is kind of against the the opposite wall to the entrance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to give reference. And he places his bag onto the onto the table and pulls out a bottle. It's got like these. It's about this, what we would consider the same size as a can of Monster. It's quite thick, and it has these like two two handles on either side, as well as a thick one on top, to make it easier to pour, I guess. It just looks weird. He pulls his book out of his tunic again, and he holds like a finger to his lips, and you hear him like mutter something, and then any sort of ambient noise around you vanishes.
Yes, I like Giles. He's my friend. He knows the fucking deal.
And he's like, he looks over, instinctively looks over his shoulder outside of like the booth, and he's like, so go on then, spare no detail.
We might have pissed off the dragon that lives here.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I did not want it to happen like this. All right, if we would have gone by my plan, we would have been long gone by now. But people tend to not listen to me because I'm small.
Yeah, the last time that we saw each other, Joe, there's fucking ghouls in Loudwater. Same thing. You fucking roll into town and just shit goes to pot. I have to leave. I lose out on something, and you just, Joe, man, just fine.
But
okay.
Who pulls you out of the shit that I make? This
sure,
guy.
yes, we'll that's open for debate. But anyway, I'm sure there's more information than that, and I'm sure that you're holding out, as I'm sure
I am. So I need you to tell me what you know about this Captain Blackskull. She's captain of the Stone Guard, or whatever the fuck they call themselves.
So right, the captain. She is, as you can imagine, she is as stubborn as any other dwarf that comes. She has a mentality to be very forthcoming, and she really has no patience for people that just piss her about.
I got that impression when I first met her.
Yeah, the tabaxi that came through here a month ago, from what I've heard, decided that he would try and bail out on one of whatever they were doing together. It was a bit sketchy about what was happening. But anyway, this tabaxi decided to bolt. He didn't get very far, and in the preceding 6 days, they decided to not feed him whilst keeping him, imprisoned, and then simultaneously start chopping bits.
God.
So I would stay away from making any sort of deal with this captain.
Well, about that, she kind of strong-armed us into killing a Darrow by the name of Droki. We've done it. he's dead, and I plan on giving her what she wants, or at least showing that we've killed him. But I need to know if she will honor her side of the agreement, which is giving us free passage out of Grakenslaw to the surface. Do you think she'll keep that?
Yeah, he takes a drink and then he slides one over to you.
Yeah, I take a nice sip. Is it like a wine?
It's more like a fruity sort of cider. You've definitely had better.
Yeah. I mean, I like cider.
Yeah,
it's all right.
It's a really nice change from watered down crap Durgar ale, because they're not.
Yeah.
They don't really make any sort of like beer or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pleasing.
Hurts me up. Maybe gives me a spell slot. Maybe.
Don't say the DM.
Are we baiting the DM again?
Maybe a little bit. I'm just asking.
Nathan's signature move.
No. So yeah, it's quite pleasing to the.
Yeah.
He takes another drink and he's like, no, she keeps. When her word is a bond, I guess would be the best way to describe her.
Right.
I just think that yet again, excuse me, we are in a point where you've managed to get yourself into a predicament that I don't think that you want to be in, as well as I imagine that your friends are also a part of this deal as well.
Well, you think that I'm in a predicament? They're about to go into the dragon's den and try to find our friend. You know, the pale elf.
Roll me an insight.
Okay. I do have insight. Oh, that is going to be a 20 non-natural.
Excuse me.
When you say pale elf, you see that there's like a
He's
slight.
not pale elf, is he?
No. You see that there's a slight pause. His eyes widen slightly, and then he just looks at you again. It's like, so what? Why are they going to fetch this? Your friend, the whatever her name was.
She's not my friend, mate. Gods know why they're going for her. She's been nothing but a thorn in our side. I guess they've been together since the start. I don't know. All I know is I can't tell them otherwise. They won't listen to me about this kind of thing. All I can do is try to get as many of them out of here as I possibly can, even if that just means me, you, and one other person.
He says, right, okay, Joe, we've been friends for a while, Nook. I'd like to think that at some points in my long existence, there are people that would pay me back in kind if I ever find myself in a predicament. I think that I might be able to help. However, there are some things about me that I don't tell anyone.
You run about that weird hand gesture that you did earlier, because that was a bit weird, mate.
Yeah, sure. Let's go for that. He's like, yes. This is one of the reasons why I travel alone. And this is probably the reasons why I also find myself in the far reaches of the civilized. world, just like yourself. And about an hour ago, before he says anything else, he like leans into his bag and he pulls out a small satchel and he places it on the table. And he says, I bought this from another merchant that works down here, and he slides it over, and you recognise it as Genevieve's bag of holding.
How did you get this?
Um,
Does this mean she's actually gone?
I don't know. I didn't ask. It's not my place to ask where these items are procured.
Listen, mate, if I know that lass like I do, and I'm pretty sure I do, she would never let anyone get their hands on this. She's dead. And that means that our plan has got to speed up right now.
Okay. I'm not sure what to tell you. In all honesty, mate, like, I bought this from another Durgar on the merchant, in the market, sorry, and he didn't mention anything about where it came from. However, I do remember seeing it with your friend, hence the reason why I purchased it. So whatever has happened to her in that meantime, I'm unsure. But if it's true from what you say, then maybe your friend is in more trouble than what your friends think. He like looks over his shoulder again. He's like, yeah, I don't know what you want to do at the minute. I can leave at any point, and he shows you a scroll that basically gives him permission to leave. I can leave at any point, but they won't let you out of the settlement until you've paid a toll to leave.
I know that.
You either need to pay, or you need someone to vouch for you on your way out. Yeah, that's the predicament that we're in at this point.
Fuck. I look at Giles and I say, may I? And I gesture to the bag of holding.
Yeah, feel free. I mean, I only paid something like 50 gold for it.
Steal.
Just take that amount of money out of the bag and hand it to him.
There's like, so much gold in there.
I reach in and I think about Droki's head.
You instantly get in your hand. You feel like a chunk of hair, as well as some like oily, sort of like greasy, sort of like skin as well.
Right. I don't take it out. I feel the sensation, then I immediately close the bag of holding.
Yeah, as soon as you let go of the head again, the head vanishes. In the bag, it gets teleported away. Yeah, the merchant didn't know what he had. He just thought that he had a nice looking bag, hence the reason why I paid 50 gold for it. It's definitely worth more than that. However,
52 gold.
Whatever you guys are carrying in there, I can't get it out.
We got some weird shit, but I'll make sure that you're compensated, and I pull out 75 gold.
Yeah, thanks. I'll take that. He takes the 75 without question.
Trust me, mate. If we had to take this from where I think Genevieve was, it would have been worth several lives. Never mind just 50 gold. So I think an extra 25 is, a little bit, but it's all we can really spare right now, mate.
I'm not bothered about money. That's fine. I think you need to find your friends, as well as, Genevieve or whatever her name was, or is.
If
Hopefully.
I go meet with this Black Skull, and I give her what she wants, what she tasks us to do, and she gives me free reign to leave the city, and you say she'll honour that, she'll not do any fuckery, right? She'll not take anything from me. She'll not ambush me on my way up. She'll honour that. You swear?
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah. I've been here a few times. I've never had any problems with her or the previous guard captain. They tend to be very, very forthcoming. A deal's a deal, by the way, in this place. If you go east and you actually find one of the drow settlements, you've got a problem, mate. Round here, they tend to be pretty square when it comes to deals. That's the reason why I don't go east.
It's good to hear.
Yeah.
Listen, Giles, I love traveling with you. You've always got good drink. You've always got good company. But I think you should get out now, mate. I can't. I have to wait for them. I have to see that they're all right, and I don't want to put you in danger of that. So I think you should leave, mate.
Yeah. As soon as I've settled up here, I'm gonna go. And I will hopefully see you on the surface.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. I mean, we always seem to have our destinies intertwined and all that.
And so we do.
Who knows? Maybe you'll get me into some trouble next time.
Maybe. He looks around and is like, he puts his fingers to his lips again, and you can see it's like the ambient noise like picks up and breaks through, and it's just like, well, sorry, but I think it's about time. He goes, he makes like some framed, like he's tired sort of expression.
Oh yeah, mate. Don't worry about it. You've had a long day's work. You get your son off to bed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And he gets up. He does like this. He does like this sort of like half curtsy bow thing.
Yeah, I nod my head to him.
Yeah, and then he takes his leave, and you see him go towards the back of the tavern, and he goes up this spiral set of stairs out of your view, and he's gone.
Right. Ah, fuck! What do I want to do? I am going to leave the tavern, and I'm gonna go to Black Skull.
That's what I would have done.
Gonna go to Black Skull. Get this shit sorted.
Pause there, and we'll go back to you other guys.
TPK. TPK.
At the minute, the only thing that keeps dying is my laptop. Like,
Hey!
And let's hope that's the only thing that dies this episode.
I don't know how many episodes have we got without a character death so far?
0.
Oh, 0. Oh, good. We're on a great start. We've got at least 2 before somebody dies.
Oh dear.
One per chapter.
What can I say?
One.
Anyway, you guys are on your way to Temperature's lair, and
Chad.
you can see the entrance off in the distance. Whilst you're going down this sort of it's like kind of like an arching side street, if that makes sense. It's not like wide like a main road. It's kind of like an in between sort of thing. There's a like a stagecoach off to your left that's being pulled by a couple of oxen, and there's one coming the opposite way being pulled by a couple of fine looking horses. There's it looks like to be some sort of stables that's off. Looks like just nearby. Looks like they're going in and out. It's kind of like when you want to charter, like you want to travel from one settlement to another. You can charter a journey with them, and they'll take you directly to the settlement, so you don't have to fuck about with it. So kind of like Edwardian times or whatever, that sort of thing. There's a blacksmith that's nearby that you've seen before whilst you're going towards Temperature's lair. And you have to pass as you go. And as you go past, you can see the two keepers of the flame with the flat platform barrow thing that they've got. They're just going into their the inbuilt sort of building that's at the side of the cave of Temperature's lair. And there's a couple of keepers that are out in the cavern entrance. Do you enter? Or do you approach?
Yep.
I'd say we'd probably blindly stumble in like the people who have no clue what's going on that we are. Oh, Nathan, your face. You just want us to not.
With a skip and a jump.
Oh God.
We all join hands.
Boy, no regret not being here.
Okay, so you guys approach, and you get to the entrance. There's two keepers. Both of them are Darrow, and they're both wearing similar sort of attire as Gartok. They don't make a sort of acknowledgement that when you approach, they just kind of step aside because they know who you are. You don't see Gartok himself, but I assume that you go in.
Yeah.
Blindly stumble forward.
Yes, as long as the others say yes.
Unless Crax, Crax suddenly has sixth sense and is fuck no.
No.
Nope. Okay, no sixth sense. We keep blindly ploughing forward.
Oh
We're off
God.
to see
Fuck.
the dragon. The wonderful dragon of death.
I'm on this level of anxiety. Jesus Christ.
I'm genuinely sweating right now.
You go round to the left as the cavern gets shorter a little bit, and then it opens up like it normally does. There's sconces around the entrance that you've seen before that illuminates this part of the platform that goes over the expanse. And you can see on the other side of the cavern is the huge pile of gold and the huge body conscious dragon laying on top.
Body conscious dragon. Oh, Jen wrecked his shit.
Oh, Genevieve, what did you do?
As you approach, because it kind of it opens out, and then it narrowly goes back into some sort of bridge, because there's a sheer drop on either side. As you start to get into the narrower end of this pathway, you can see that there is this huge scorch mark that tears off into a point the further that you walk down. There's just this huge black. In places you can see some of the stones are still glowing red as well. And some of the edge of this sort of bridge is kind of chipped away and fallen down. Excuse me. But Thorochode not acknowledges you as you walk in, and then he just rests his head onto one of his forearms, as the half of his body is buried underneath the gold.
Artemis looks to Crax.
Fen came to you not long ago. Have you seen her? the elf.
He looks up and is like, did I see an elf? No, I can't remember if I did. What about our deal?
I believe that's what she came to tell you about.
Let's be truthful at this point. You have not sought to bring what I asked. And yet you still return. Why? I did have
Because our
some
friend
I did
is
have
more
some hope.
important.
I did have some hope that you guys were more intelligent enough not to just walk back in here without what I asked for. You brought me nothing. And your friend brought me nothing.
Oh, so you did see my friend?
I did.
So, in fact, you just lied.
Yes, I did. As you say, as you lied, he stands as the pile of gold starts to tip away. And he slowly approaches forward. I did lie. What I also did was relieve your friend of a measly existence. As you see that he looks down at the scorch mark that you guys are standing over. And it takes that amount of time for you to realise what just happened. As he slowly approaches, he's roughly about 80 feet at this point.
Are you threatening us, Femberchode?
I believe he's gone fast threatening his Artemis.
You see that his chest, at his top of his stomach, starts to glow, threatening.
So, we found your egg. We know where it is. And I've cast a beacon on it. If anything happens to us, every adventurer this side of Neverwinter is going to know exactly where your egg is. So who do you think's going to find it first? Cult of Tiamat? Paladins of someone? Every able-bodied adventurer is going to come and find your egg for whatever reason. So don't think you can scare us, because we've got a dwarf here who's about to lose it, a fire elemental who doesn't give a shit, and a gnome.
I would like to point out that I have more than one element at my command. I am more than just fire.
And a gnome who thinks his home is threatened, who can get into anywhere without being notified. And you'll notice he's not here right now. Do you want to carry on threatening us?
As you're talking, he's still advancing, and you see this wave of like red starts to glow up his chest and then into the start of his throat. It takes him a bit of while to walk, because he's quite hench. Yeah. So he's slowly advancing. What do you do? Do you carry on?
I feel like we should GTFO.
Give me a second to consult my character sheet.
What did you do to her body? Or with her body? What did you do with her body?
He looks at you. He switches his gaze from Tide to Ukrex, and
Tide?
Sorry, Tide. Ooh, shit.
Fuck!
Artemis.
Raise someone! Raise someone!
Not only did you guys not die, one of the characters came back. So
Destruction!
you
And
guys,
lick the dragon.
he looks at Ukrex and he's like, she was disposed of. Like, well, what was left was disposed of. I think if you want to keep your lives, you need to treat me with the respect that I demand. As he looks over all of you.
Respect.
It's either that.
You know about respect.
It's either that you give me the respect I demand, or that you can fear me like you should. You stand on the remains of your friend. And so for your, for your beacon, so many adventurers that would come looking for it. Because your friend decided to tell the keepers about the egg. They're not the only ones that know where it is. I know where it is as well.
I'd like to try to intimidate him.
Oh god!
Roll me that intimidation check.
Oh god!
Natural fucking 20!
That was the first crit. That was not a wasted critical.
First, but we did one thing good.
I want to hear what your intimidation is before I allow this natural 20. Because all I heard is, I want to intimidate the dragon. What do you say?
We might be few in number now, but we'll be walking out of here. One day, we may return. And I hope on that day you've learnt respect. Because, my friend, you do not deserve respect. Because you're bigger doesn't mean you're better.
Yeah. Do you know what? You're right. Only because I'm bigger, and at this point he stands as tall as he can on both his legs.
Use the bad word. Use the bad word.
I'd like to kind of point out also, my intimidation is +9, so I rolled a 29.
That is good for you to point that out.
And you just called him fat again.
Yeah, I know. That one thing we were like, probably not do that again, because what happens to the other person.
He stands on all of his stands as tall as he can, and he looks at you and he says, "Yeah, so just because I'm big doesn't mean that I should have respect. But because I can do this, this is the reason why you should respect me. And all of you can roll me a dexterity check."
Oh god.
Check, not saving throw.
A saving throw.
I saved, thank God.
24.
20, not natural.
Okay.
Oh shit, we all doing it? I thought it was just correct.
No, all of you. You're all stood in the way. None of you decided to move. You stood your ground. You tried to intimidate the dragon.
I mean, I was hoping you guys would try and escape. To be honest with you.
Never fucking went there. Oh god, fuck man.
22.
Is it bad that I'm currently rolling a new character just in case?
I've already got my other character sheet open.
I meant to do it the other day and didn't, so I'm just doing it on the fly right now.
You have 2 more hours of the session.
Yeah. Don't be fucking TPKing yourselves just yet.
Please, not TPK halfway through the fucking stream, please, guys. I don't have the energy to carry
Nook
the
will
rest
survive,
of the
and he's
stream.
got the bag of holding, so everything's okay carry.
Fuck, man.
He's just gonna have to build a whole new party of 4 random people who just happen to turn up all at the same time, who shockingly sound a lot like the last 4 people who turned up.
Fucking hell, you guys. Okay, so what were your rolls?
24 for corrects.
Yep. What did Artemis get?
22.
22. Ignitia? 20, wasn't it? Non-natural. I'm going to take silence as a yes.
Yeah, that done did hit me.
So, Artemis and Krex, you pass.
Oh my god.
And Ignitia, you
I'm
fail.
resistant to fire.
But you have resistance.
Oh, okay.
So you
All
will
right.
take the same amount of damage anyway.
Yeah.
Please don't die, guys.
You take 31 points of fire damage.
Oh my god, that leaves me on 4 health.
Fuck.
That's GG, I feel good.
Is Rex down?
Who's down?
Nearly.
Oh, Jesus. Get out.
Artemis, how many HP you got?
9.
9.
Oh,
So you
God,
also-
thank.
So what happens is that he just fucking blanket flames the whole area where you guys are stood. But it's not angled directly at the ground, so you're able to duck after a split second of being in this torrent of fire. But it obviously reduces you down to your current your new. Current
Except
HP.
Emmy, who takes it on the chin.
Iggy
On
just
a
stands
bearded
there, just
chin.
like,
Take,
You call that dragon's
This is
breath?
how I take a bath.
This is a shower!
The fire will clean. The fire will clean. The fire will clean.
yeah,
Iggy's 5 o'clock shadow's looking a bit trimmer.
Yeah.
yeah. You guys, whilst he's still breathing fire because he just doesn't, let up on this torrent. You guys immediately get the instinct to get the fuck out of there as quickly as possible. You either crawl, slightly crouch, run, fucking whatever you guys think that your characters would do to get the fuck out of there. You get the fuck out of there.
okay,
Yeah.
careful, guys. GG.
Let's roll
Run
away.
away. Run away.
Any armor that's not magical is now just destroyed and ruined.
Oh, it's fine. I have leather armor anyway.
This was a custom robe.
Wait, any armor?
Any armor that's not magical.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I have a magic coat. I'm good.
So you're just walking about.
Wait, does this mean we're running out of
absolutely
Starkers?
I have no pants.
No, like you've got like there's like patches of your armor there, but it's that damaged. You might as well not have armor on.
Do you know how far my AC went down?
What, 1 probably? Yeah.
Because I use leather armor.
Wait, how much damage did the fire breath do?
31.
Oh, okay. No, I would have survived that if I was there.
Yeah, as long as you pass.
I was just thinking, oh, that's
7
probably a
HP.
really good idea. I stayed behind.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't get us killed.
Wait, if he was aiming like not at the ground, does that mean Nook would have like passed a height check and just been hit by the fire anyway?
Passed a height check.
However,
However,
what's base AC?
what's that?
What's base AC?
10.
10
Oh,
plus
oh.
your 10 plus your
Okay.
dex.
Cool.
10 plus dex.
Would my armor have gone away if it was under my magic coat?
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
Let's. He doesn't notice you scramble out. In the context, he doesn't follow you out. So you get the impression or the relief that he didn't see you leave. Yeah, you make it out. There are no keepers of the flame around at this point. The guards that were there a moment ago have disappeared. Whoever's closest to their dwellings on the inside of the cavern entrance notices that they're all empty at this point. From what you can see, in front of you is obviously the dwellings and that stables and blacksmith that you just passed. They're all there, and there's people moving around and stuff. But like these people that were like guarding Themberchode or his keepers or whatever, they're just not around. So what do you guys want to do whilst you're stood 150 feet away from a dragon that's trying to kill you?
Stop, drop, and roll! Stop, drop, and roll!
Drink one of my health potions, please.
Have we got any
Don't
more of
drink
that?
your salve. Rub it on your body.
No,
for
not my
God's
salve.
sake.
My health potions from my satchel. My jizz is for other people.
Oh, come
Nice.
on.
Nice.
This is my special brew.
Yes, special brew.
Quotation marks. Right, okay. So what are you guys doing? Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I would actually like to try and pull one of my magic potions out of my magic bag and down it as we walk.
As we run.
Go for it.
As we run.
I'm not gonna like run away from the dragon. But, oh, got a stitch now. Just gonna like power walk away.
Amy, how many HP are you on?
Oh,
Would you like cure wounds?
if you can spare one.
Not really, but
Well, in that
You know.
case, Artemis, drinks for everyone. Come on. We know you could do it. Artemis has got like an unending supply of like.
I have
health.
unending drinks. Okay, so that's
shot.
Healing
down in
shots.
one, down in one.
level are we? What level are we? 5. Okay, so can I just do one roll for the whole group?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So everyone gets 9 HP.
9 HP.
Brilliant, thank you.
Okay.
Handout shots.
So you guys totally fucked that. So what's your next plan?
To the inn.
Yeah.
To
Please
the
tell me that like took an hour. That all happened very quickly, and I hope that I'm going to be at the inn when they get there.
Yes. By the time you guys get to the inn, Nook is already waiting for you.
Hey,
As the naked party arrives,
did I have
Singeing.
Artemis now has a crew cut.
ample time to prepare Reginald?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you did.
Dope. So as they kind of like walk in naked, I'll throw Crexa cloak back.
Thank you.
And tell her to cover herself. I'm just kind of like averting my eyes. And then I say, "Come on, then, let's get the fuck out. I've got my ride out back." And I hurry to the stables, I guess. Oh god, I have to pull up Reginald now. Jeez. I've never actually looked at his sheet. There we are.
I'm guessing in this time frame you've actually gone over to the Durgar police lady.
Yeah.
So, are we good to go?
I mean, as long as did the Durgar captain give me like, rights to leave as and when I choose?
She'd given you. You would have handed the head over.
Oh yeah, I didn't want that fucking thing.
Yeah, the captain wasn't actually there. It was a lieutenant, and it was a lieutenant. It was a male Durgar. He didn't remove his helm, but he was called Hennock, who's very brief, very blunt. He gave you a missive that basically states that Erdy Blackskull gives the aforementioned individuals the right to leave the settlement unimpeded and not charged for services rendered at any given point over the next 24 hours.
Dope. Yeah, so Nook says, "Oi, I've got all the paperwork, let's get the fuck out."
Someone want to tell him about Genevieve? Or are we just leaving that off? Assuming he hasn't asked.
I look at Artemis and I point towards the bag of holding. I already know, mate. Let's just get out of here.
Cool.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I guess I'm leading them to Reginald, and then we're gonna get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I haven't even thought of what he looks like. Fuck. It was just kind of like, oh, that sounds cool. I never thought it'd be like a thing. So Reginald, everyone, is a mule that I have. He's armored. I'm gonna say he's like got that bluey coat. You know, that like weird bluey grey coat. Is like but he's a long-haired mule. So he's got all this fluffy hair, and he's got a few nicks, and he's getting on a bit, but he's still got spirit in him. Bless him. He's excited to see me because Reginald and me, we're bros for life. Does he Oh no, he's a medium animal. Fuck! I can't even speak to him. Shit. I can only speak with small animals.
You can speak to him, whether or not he'll believe you or listen to you.
I whisper softly in his ear, tell him everything's going to be alright and shit. Yeah.
Who's a good donkey? Who's a good donkey?
Oh, God.
Weird places.
Is Reginald a horse?
No, he's a mule.
Or is it and you've parked him at the stables?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I thought it was a horse. I'm like, oh, what a fine name for a horse.
No, Reginald's a mule, and he carries my cart. He carries Nook's cart.
Yeah. So that the stables that I mentioned before you go and see, before you went to see the dragon. That's where all livestock are kept. So when you come into Krakenslaw, that's where all the live stock are kept for, like, carts and stagecoaches and all that kind of stuff. So you'd have to travel back there to retrieve Reginald. They don't actually keep them at the inn where you're staying.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll head back there and pick up Reginald, and then he'll pick us up, and then we'll piss off. Hopefully.
Okay. Who's leading as such? I mean, you guys.
I guess it'll be me. It'll be me.
For a change.
So you go back to the stables. You leave them there. There's a Durgar elderly woman that owns the establishment called Dunn with two N's. She's looks like she's sorting out food and stuff like that for Reginald and some of the horses that are there. Reginald is the only mule in the stables. It looks like he's
one of a kind.
Looks like he's been taken care of. Just like you asked her to and paid her to anyway. You ask her to get him ready, get Reginald ready in your cart. However, is Nook's cart big enough to hold the whole party? Considering,
I mean, it's built for gnomes. It's built for me and Uncle Cranny. And we would try and carry what we could. I don't think any of them could, unless I think only Crex could sit at the front with me. Otherwise, your knees would be up to your chin. So I think Artemis and Iggy could probably sit in the back. There's no point in having a cart if you can't at least fit 2 people in. But I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you, really, what you think. Because I don't want to metagame it and say, oh yeah, fuck it, yeah, we can all fit in. And
the whole town
and
with
Giles
us.
and his spectral.
It was more. I was asking on like the type of merchandise and material that you and your uncle move around with the car.
It's mainly like treasures, so it'll be like items, gold sacks. So if necessary, I could fit one of them, and the other one would have to walk.
Yeah.
How about we go with that? How about one of them walks and one of them?
Let's do that. So whoever bites the bullet and has to walk at this point, the other one can lay in the back. You have like some crates and stuff like that that are already loaded onto the cart. There's nothing in them because you already made your delivery on the way here. Yeah. And obviously you haven't bought anything to take back due to the events that have transpired over the last few days. And you would have to ditch them to fit everybody on the car. So you would end up
the empty crates?
Yeah, you would have to ditch the crates to fit everybody on the car.
Yeah. I'll give them to Dunn.
It's fine with walking, so.
No, if they're empty crates, then yeah, Nook doesn't give a shit about empty crates.
Yeah. She takes them and she gives you like a bag of like food for Reginald in exchange for the crates.
Yeah, he bows and he says, "Thank you for your kindness, Dunn. Your service has been much valued."
No problem. She gives you like a little wink as you thank her. You exchange pleasantries.
I like Dunn.
And then you're done. No pun intended. Who's the highest perception? It's Ignition to.
It's not me.
Yeah. I think I've got 16 passive perception.
Yeah, because you won the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking future reference. 16. Ignition. Okay. So, you guys head out.
Yeah, I guess we head to the main gate as fast as Reginald's legs can take us, really.
Okay.
I'm just imagining cartoonish kind of.
Like it turns into just like a spinning wheels.
Yeah.
Of
dust.
Low frame rate. Yeah.
You get.
I can't animate it that fast.
You get halfway.
Oh no.
Between the stables and the gatehouse, the exit essentially to the city, and Ignitia, you notice that there's like this figure that seems to be tracking you guys. This like lone individual seems to be darting from cover to cover, and is expecting. Obviously, you guys not to notice them move in and out of cover. You notice this because you're in conversation with Artemis about some bullshit, and not really paying close attention to whatever Artemis is saying. You kind of like clock sight of this individual.
Do that.
Or what do you do?
I'll keep pretending to talk to Artemis, but really my entire attention is on this individual. Can I make anything out about them? Can I see anything?
You can see that it's a very slender. It's a very slender humanoid that seems to be covered in some sort of like makeshift attire.
It's Slenderman, run away.
No face.
No face. No face.
Tentacles coming out of its back.
Beloved monster actor Doug Jones.
Ah.
Do you carry on talking?
Without saying anything to Artemis. Yeah, without saying anything to Artemis, I'll just keep pretending to converse to him and just keep watching this person's movements for a few minutes.
Okay.
If I can keep track of it.
Yeah. You can do. As you get more closer to the gatehouse, Nook has to start to slow down the cart a little bit because it's getting like heavily sort of traffic. It is peak time for traffic at this point. So you're coming down to like more or less like a crawl as opposed to like an average sort of like trotting speed for a mule, I guess, or however quickly mules fucking move. So it's obviously like the instances where this individual like darts from side to corner to like try to blend in between like other individuals that are walking about starts becoming like less frequent, and you struggle to make out any sort of like facial features.
Is it clear that they're specifically following us?
They've been following you since the stables, from what you can make out. Having thinking about it, you kind of like recollect that unconsciously you might have noticed them as you left the stables.
I will tap Artemis, say, watch my back, and head straight for them.
Wait. Are you telling me that someone's following you, or?
Just watch my back. Can you not understand me? And then I'll just keep heading straight for this individual.
I will put my Tanglefoot bag, which stops people from moving, back into my magical bag.
Okay. So you hop off the cart, and do you make a beeline straight for them, or do you do it tactically?
I'd say tactically, if I could like sneak up on them or gain any kind of advantage.
Okay. You try and stealth, or you trying to just roll me a stealth.
Stealth. Okay. Oh wait, no, that went wrong. Okay. Sorry, I've got like a little box here, and it made the dice land at the point up instead of a number. So I wasn't cheating. Just
real quick question:
Yeah.
with us being in the cart for however long we are, would that have counted as a short rest?
Nope.
No.
Nice try,
okay,
though.
so the stealth roll was 18.
18. All right. Okay. As you approach, this individual, for whatever reason, does not notice that you're getting very close. You're about 5-10 feet away at this point. You've kind of like worked your way around, like you've done like an arc in shape, dipping in and out of people as they're walking past, and they're going past the car where Nook and the other guys are. You're making this arching sort of like motion all the way around. So you're coming from behind this individual, so they can't see. You're within arm's reach of this individual.
Fuck him up.
I'll draw. I don't need encouragement. I'll draw my dagger.
Okay.
Is there any kind of... And then I'll just grab them by the scruff of the neck, turn them round, hold the dagger to their throat, and ask them, why are you following us?
She pulls down a bit of like rags that are around her face, kind of like in a makeshift sort of like, like when you go to the desert and you just wrap your head in towels to like stop sand.
She pulls down her tea towel.
Yeah, so she pulls down like these rags and she's
Shamag.
and she looks at you, and her face is like all fucked. And she looks at you dead in the eyes, and she's like, Iggy, oh my god.
Genevieve?
And she like touches your face, and she's like, it's you. I didn't think I would find you, but... And she just falls to her knees.
Genevieve? You survived? Like,
No.
Iggy is completely dumbfounded, like, speechless.
No. No, I definitely died. But then I wasn't dead.
Genevieve,
And I was alone, and I was outside at the city walls, and I just knew that I needed to find you all. Where's everyone?
We're fleeing after Thunderchode. His name's not actually Thunderchad. Thunderchode. After Thunderchode, we thought he killed you. Nook was given the bag that you had. We couldn't find you, so we were trying to get out.
She at the sound of Thunderchode's name, she like scrabbles towards you and starts like, she pulls herself up against you, and she's like, we need to leave, we need to go right now.
Okay, we're leaving, come on, let's get on the cart, we'll keep going. Are you okay? Like, how are you?
I saw my mum. I saw my mother. I was definitely dead.
We'll figure it out once we're safe. Once you're safe too, figure it out. Just come on. And Ignatia will sheath her dagger, wrap an arm around Genevieve, and walk her towards the cart.
Okay. We are going to take a break at that point.
Good, because I really need a wee.
All of a sudden.
See you all in 5.
Yeah,
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Right, real quick. If I turn my camera off, is it going to mess with the layout?
No. Nothing.
Oh,
That's the thing.
I already turned it off.
No, fuck you guys.
Bye.
I'm turning it off.
Ah, I didn't see you there. Come, closer into the light. These eyes aren't what they used to be. Now, let me get a good look at you. Oh, you seek adventure, do you? Well, you've come to the right place. I've many a tome of tragedy and triumph, of mystical beasts and aberrations, and of powerful warriors and those who have won the favor of the arcane arts. But I see you are no ordinary riffraff. No. You are in search of finer pieces of literature. I give you the tale of the infamous murder hobos, the wasted criticals.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Oh shit, Track Attack's in a couple of weeks.
It is.
I need to speak to Jack at the end of this then.
Are you officiating?
Yeah, I'm scoreboard offing.
Scoreboard. Yeah, boy.
That's all I do. In fact, I'm actually penalty box managing on Saturday for Calliope, so be a nice change. I'll have to remember how to do that. I was looking at my games history, and at the 45 games I've done in 2017, 3 of them have been not scoreboard.
Wow.
Yeah. So I need to get the actual team rosters from Jack so I can get scoreboard ready. I'll take it.
Yeah, me and Rose are going on the Saturday only.
Yeah.
Actually paying for tickets.
What?
Because I stepped down as head of PR.
Yeah.
And Rose is quitting.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Quitting the sport altogether, or just quitting?
Yeah, well, she's quitting skating. Obviously, we both still want to be like involved with the league and like hang out and stuff still. But yeah, she just wants a bit of a change.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, she started doing tap dancing and she's really enjoying that. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, like, if it's no longer fun and you're doing it as a volunteer, why keep doing it?
Yeah. And we both kind of like felt like that towards the end. Like it felt like a chore going. Yeah. And like something you enjoy shouldn't feel like that.
Absolutely. I mean, I burnt out towards the end of last year because I was just doing too much.
Yeah.
I'll probably burn out at the end of this year as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of shit going on.
I've got Track Attack, then a weekend off, then I'm running scoreboards for playoffs. And I've got some more stuff in October, and chaos.
All of the things.
Gutted I didn't get the World Cup.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, bugger.
I'm gutted because there's some questionable official traces on there.
Yeah.
Like if I'd looked at the list and gone, wow, these are all like top quality officials. But some of them was like, yeah, I know that I'm better than those people because I've had those people melt down when they're supposed to be working for me. I'm looking at Matt's post about Track Attack. I hear it's been troubling.
Yeah, but you know,
it happens.
I think it's all teething problems in it. So
yeah,
it's the first
ever tournament. Be a good event.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think so, and I think it'll pull in a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm quite excited to go and actually watch roller derby for once, rather than
I can't do that anymore.
I
watch the officials.
Yeah, even watching roller derby tires me out.
Yeah,
it's just such a fucking long day.
And I'm only going to be watching the Malmo playoffs mainly because we're there, because Rainey are there, and also half of Rainey's officials are there as well. So I'm just going to be laughing at them. Tom, who Evil San Laurent, he's running the Ringster software, assisting the Yanks running with Ringster. Ringster is the worst piece of software I've ever seen.
What is that?
It's when you see like the playoffs and champs, and they've got all the officials in the infield have got like tablets and notebooks in their hands.
Yeah,
it's the live stats software.
Oh,
it works very good at doing live stats. It's just the most unergonomic piece of shit I've ever laid my eyes on. To enter a skater's like number and name into a team roster, you have to take your hand off the keyboard 2 or 3 times. You can't tab between boxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How bizarre. I think we're all back.
Yep, think we are
back. And Ripley has decided to say hi. It's the
Hi, Ripley.
Hello, Ripley. Look how big you are now.
It's the good. Kelly didn't get everyone killed. Cat.
Yeah.
The cat
She brings-
of celebratory.
She brings good
non-teeth
fortune.
I don't know about that. I've got cheese at the minute, and she's currently like, "What the fuck is it? Where is it? It's cheese. No, I'm not having it. My cheese. Fuck off.
So let's pick up where we left off before the break. Yay!
Do the thing.
The thing we did.
Oh, yes.
Come on, jump on. My cheese.
So Genevieve and Ignitia approach the cart. The cart's still moving. This is like crawling speed. You'll probably at the entrance within the next 30 seconds or so, but it's just getting a bit tedious to get out of here.
You know, I'm a responsible cart driver. I never take my eyes off the road. Ratings are always at 6 and 9. No, 3 and 9, sorry. 6 and 9 would be like this. So it needs to be like this, yeah. 3 and 9.
Awkward.
It's at 3 and 2. You've somehow crossed your arms.
No, none of this cowboy shit. I don't have my arm out that window. I don't like that.
You don't have an arm.
Oh, dear.
I see these guys?
Yeah, you see them. It's open top.
And I'll just be like, Crex. And I'll just, as well as I can run, with all this like fucking tight burned skin on me, all over, like, not like that.
It's Penguin Genevieve.
Yes. This is my final form.
Penguin.
Jen, how are you? How? You're. How?
We need to get out of here first, and then I'll tell you everything that I remember.
Oh, yeah. I just goaded that fat fuck. We need to get out of here.
Did
I
you?
help.
Did you say he was fat?
I might have alluded to his size.
Oh, I'm glad you only alluded to it because I outright called him fat, and he killed me. So yeah, let's go.
Talk later.
Yeah.
I'll throw a hand up onto the cart.
Yeah, so
I will.
Iggy will put Genevieve on the cart.
I'm gonna go sleep now.
Guys, there are steps. You do realise this is a cart built for gnomes,
Well, yeah,
right?
I don't imagine Nook being Nook has stopped the cart at all while this conversation's happening.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm a responsible driver, guys. I'm not going to hold up traffic. I'm not going to be that guy, all right?
Just put your hazards on. Set dancing lights either side of the cart.
Okay.
I think, correct. Do you get back up into the front with me?
Yeah.
I kind of give you like a nudge in the ribs, and I give you a concerned look.
I've still got 1,000-yard stare going on, but I kind of just when we're safe.
Yeah, continues on, bringing Reginald to safety and the rest of the crew.
So
I guess we just teeter on to the gate.
yeah, no, you've passed the gate at this point.
Oh, we passed the gate.
Yeah.
All right, dope. Then we teeter on until we're the fuck out. Get some fresh air, boys.
So
Fresh air in the Underdark.
Crack a cold fresh air with the boys.
Yes.
you, as you're leaving the Grackenslough, there's a guard. You're already out of the city, but there's a guard that is stood just off the side of the road, and he's checking the carts and people that are leaving, and he's blatantly looking for someone until he spots you, Nook, and Crex on the cart. And as you're passing, he holds out like a tube that's looks something like you'd keep like a missive in, or that like a messenger would have. And he holds out a tube for one of you to grab as you're passing by.
I'll grab it.
Oh, yeah, no. Let
No,
Chris
now there's
I've got
a
the reins.
Yeah.
I've got the reins like this, so I can't grab shit.
Nook is a nervous driver.
I am. I'm very jittery. All right. I am new to driving.
It's because he has to sit on several cushions to get over the front of the mule.
Cranny never let me drive the wagon, so like I was never taught how to drive. I'm self-taught. Over the past year, I have been breaking many wheels.
Paying for a lot of health insurance for other people.
He
There's a reason Reginald is armoured.
Yeah.
He hands you the tube. It's got like a cap on the top. It's like got no markings on it whatsoever. You open it, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, you open it. There's a like a letter or like a scroll inside that has a like a wax seal or like a slight burn mark onto the page. That's got like a G on it.
Okay.
And it says Dear Nook, I have taken.
Just hold it in front of the Nook. Right, to the side so you can see where it's going.
Crashes.
Can't use your mobile.
Maybe Craig should read it to him.
Don't use your scroll while you're karting.
Don't scroll and cart, kids. All right. Pull to the side of the road.
It says Dear Nook, I took your advice and I've left the city. Post haste. However, it has come to my attention that there may be more efficient ways for us to get back to the surface, rather than the 4-week trek that it would take by horse, and in bracket it says and mule and cart.
Hey, Giant, my best friend.
It says see attached map that I have.
I take off the paper.
That I have left you, and I hope to see you soon. Hope you find your way back safely, etc., etc. It says PS.
Hugs and kisses.
It says PS at the bottom. I do apologise for my poor illustration, but I was never a cartographer in a previous life. Full stop.
Right. So
there's another.
I've known Giles a while, right?
Yep.
I've probably done some business deals with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume, now obviously as a DM you can probably dictate this whether or not, I would assume that I've seen his signature.
Yes.
Does this match the signature to what I have previously seen before?
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
Right, cool. Yep, I will follow the map and tell people that I know a shortcut.
This map that he's left you is a very crude looking map. It shows you like some land markings. Well, it shows you one land marking that you are familiar with because you had to pass it to get to Glackenstale. But it tells you that once you get there, so essentially you're going to be heading north,
right,
for roughly about half a day. And then instead of going northwest for another 2 days, you're going to head immediately west and head underneath or at the side of a waterfall that apparently is nearby.
Okay.
And then there's like just on the other side of the waterfall, there's like this sigil, this like blue sigil sort of like diagram.
Do I know what this sigil is?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Oh, fuck. Oh, what have I got in Arcana? It's probably not very good. No, it's not, actually. 15?
15. You've seen these before, and you are quite confident that it is a circle of teleportation.
So this is like a mega shortcut.
Apparently so.
Right. Okay. Yeah, cool. I'm down with this. Giles is my BFF. He won't betray me, right?
Next to it, however, there is also a skull and crossbones.
Well, fuck.
Not in a piratey skull and crossbones. In kind of.
Oh no, I wasn't taking it as pirates.
Yeah,
I was like, no, that's probably where people die.
Yeah, just to clarify, it's a very subtle, not so subtle warning that maybe they're
some death.
Yeah, it's not completely safe. So expect.
Is it something we can all see from the cart?
I mean, you can see it because.
Or is it just Nook that's noticed it?
I mean,
okay.
If Nook's holding it in front of him, you can see it.
Okay.
It depends if he's passed it around to everybody on the cart.
I wouldn't pass it around to everyone. That means I'd have to like stand up and like reach over and pass it to Artemis. No, that's too much effort. I'm responsible.
Artemis always the one that's too much effort.
I mean, you're the only one who's anywhere the mindset to be reading a map. Let's face it.
Okay, so I just want to point out. Last time you weren't here for this, no, but last time we took a shortcut, we ended out in a labyrinth, and some people lost some years.
Yeah, whose fault was that?
Yeah, I don't seem to recall at all whose fault that could have been.
No. Your Darrow friend took us there, or the other one.
Artemis, I think you're remembering it wrong.
No. I have video files.
You. No. What? What?
Video
Video
file. What's a video file?
I have recorded documentation. Either way, I was sure taking another shortcut is the best way.
Nook, how well do you know the shortcut?
I mean, I haven't told these guys this information.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you guys discussing? You don't know shit, fam. You are in the dark. The Underdark.
Oh.
And that's where we end it. So, guys, thank you so much for coming out. It's been a great stream.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
The end. There's no more wasted criticals.
Nathan's come up with our final last joke.
Yeah.
There's just a video.
Can't get any better than that, to be honest.
There's just a video of me on YouTube in a couple of days watching me as I smash my computer with a hammer.
So today, guys, I'm going to give you this tutorial on how to end your campaign.
Bosh. Okay, so I'm assuming that you don't divulge all information to the rest of the party.
I mean, it's up to
just we need to start trusting someone here sometime, don't we?
I trust him. Known him a while. Uncle Cranny knew him as well.
Sure.
I thought you meant me for a second.
Well, you've got to head north anyway before you get to the.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a day and a half, so can we at least get rest?
Yeah. So it's going to take you It's going to take you the rest of the day to get to the landmark, which is essentially it's a boulder that has some sort of like innate magical essence to it that basically means that it is constantly suspended in midair and slowly rotates. It's some sort of like natural phenomenon, something to do with the phasers down here. So you're looking for that as the landmark. And it's going to take roughly about half a day. So it's the rest of the day essentially it's going to take up. So as long as you head north, you can make a decision at that point.
Yeah.
and possibly take rest at said point.
Rest would be good. I'd like to use spells.
Unless there's something that you
Oh,
want
we
to
have a
do
long rest.
in between that time,
missed a
we're
rest.
going to fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
A long rest would be absolutely fantastic. For
Oh,
someone.
just hang on a second. Hang on a second. No one wants to ask Genevieve how she's up and limping right now?
I mean, I also
I
understand that she, just got hit by dragon fire, and it's kind of like, hey, maybe she just wants to chill out a little bit before explaining the horrific thing that she just went through.
She's it with the 20 questions.
Yeah,
Did
if Artemis goes anywhere near,
Fucking
Naomi
migraine.
say that you've
She can be deaf hungover all she wants. She's still not deaf.
Death hungover, yeah.
I think
Oh
if,
God, I
if
feel like
Artemis
death
goes
right
anywhere
now.
near
Oh.
Genevieve, Iggy will just like hit him with rolled up newspaper like a bad dog, and just be like, no.
Did you say that
On his
Genevieve
nose.
fell asleep
Yeah.
when she got on the cart?
Yes.
So she's currently passed out at the moment, or asleep. Either way.
Fair enough.
So
I point out I'm still naked.
Do we stop at this monument and rest? I'm guessing, yeah.
So it takes you.
Is there a place to stop?
Wait.
I'm just
It takes you
Right.
roughly about 4 hours to get there. Fucking
Sorry,
hell.
guys.
Let me get the imaginary text out of my brain first. It takes about 4 hours for you guys to get there, and it takes you roughly about 10-15 minutes to set up the area where you're going to be spending the fucking evening. Okay, so you gotta, hobble the mule. You got to make it comfortable. You got to set up your fucking campsite, all that kind of normal shit that you do every day when you're not in civilization. And then maybe you can start your long rest. Yeah, so you do all that, and you're all sat around some sort of campfire, starting your long rest. If you wanted to speak before you fall asleep, or if you just wanted to pick that up in the morning, it's up to you guys.
I'll just be curled up with
Aww.
Reginald. Will kind of like lie down on his side, and I'll like nestle in between his legs and kind of put my head on his belly. And I'll feed him some of the food that Dung gave me.
Okay.
One gnome on his donkey.
Mule. There's a difference.
Oh, sorry.
I want to try something with the bag of holding.
That's not good.
No. I want to put my arm in.
What, in
I'm
my
thinking-
bag of holding?
The bag of yeah.
Oh, it's yours now, is it?
Oh,
That's
it's on my character sheet. So
gold.
it's on my character sheet. So I guess the answer is yes. It is mine. Motherfucker.
Naomi, give us the exact address of your brother. I need to go and stab him.
Listen. Rex wants to put her hand in my bag of holding. She can do. All right.
Only correct.
I need
Only
to remove
correct
that.
now.
Don't make me get out the knife.
There's so much fucking shit I need to remove out of my
Bag of holding, not butt of holding.
I want to put my hand in, and I want to think about Jen's rapier. Is it in the bag of holding?
Fuck. Was it in the bag of holding when you died? Because it's not.
No, it
Or
was
has
on
it
my
been-
person.
Has it been put in the bag of holding?
How about we look at Genevieve and see if she has it?
It's not in the bag of holding.
Okay. I withdraw my arm.
You think about Genevieve's rapier, and it appears.
Oh yes!
There is a piece of paper that's wrapped around the hilt. However,
What does the piece of paper say?
it says, "I thought this should belong to someone that knew that pale elf that you hang around with, Nook. And it's signed in Giles's name.
He's a fucking good dude, is Giles.
Oh,
Dope
what a
dude.
bro. What a
He's a
bro.
fucking. He's my BFF. Homies for life.
Deus Ex Giles.
So yes, the rapier is there.
What kind? Is Jen awake at this point?
You stab
Well,
her.
Jesus. If we've stopped to make camp, then she will have temporarily woken up.
How are you alive?
I hand you
Go
the
back to
blade.
hitting Artemis.
I hand you the blade hilt first. No more
I look at
secrets.
it and I'm like, I look at it with like disbelief. Like, I was a bit groggy before, but this just kind of like suddenly woke me up.
No more secrets.
She'll take it, and before you let go, she'll say, "No more secrets."
Good. And then Crex passes out for exhaustion.
Oh dear.
Ryan, what kind of state is Jen in?
Fucked
Is
up.
she? She's just like, all right, cool.
No, she's so essentially what you've got is you've basically got like ridiculously severe like first or third degree burns or whatever, however it works. Basically, you got like the worst sort of burn. It covers, for what you guys can see, it covers the left side of a face, more or less completely down the middle, all the way across the top. So kind of like, if you can imagine, like the face is split down the middle. One side is completely fucking burnt. All skin's like matted up. It's still like red and crispy. There is some sort of it is healed to a certain extent, but not. It's like been magically healed in some capacity, but it still looks like it's a week fresh. If that makes sense. However, you realise, or you know, that these burns do encompass a lot more than just your face and your neck.
Yeah, it goes pretty low down. Okay, cool. She'll have heard Artemis's question. And she'll walk past him. And as she walks past him, she stops for a moment and places a hand on his shoulder. And she just said, "I'll tell you in time, but I literally just died. So please, can I have some rest?" And she'll carry on walking.
And it's because I want you to, not because you told me to.
And she'll just sit down near where the camp's being set up, and she'll remove the remainder of the head she's like fashioned, and you can see like the full extent of like her face and her shoulder, like all burnt and shit, and like her hair is all burnt away, not on like mostly on like the left hand side, but on the back of the head as well, where she's like maybe instinctively turned her head like that, and it's caught the back of her head. And she'll take her rapier, you know, just to kind of like honour our chat earlier, and she'll start cutting away the rest of her hair. And then once she's done that, she will go to sleep.
Okay, does everybody fall asleep, or?
I'll probably stay awake a little bit longer than everyone, but I'll definitely get some sleep in for a night's rest.
I think
Are we going to do watches?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a trance, so I only need like 4 hours.
Yeah, we're still in the Underdark, so I think we should still do watches. Like, what is it? An 8-hour rest, so we could probably do like 2 hours each.
I was going to say, well, if one of us stays awake while what's his name, Artemis, does his trance, and then he can take over for the rest of the night.
Yeah. I'll take first watch, and then I'll do 2 hours, and then someone else can take over, and then Artemis can do his shit.
Okay. So
I can uncheck all of my buttons.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
I've
can
refreshed all my spells and shit's dope.
So, long rest, you get half of your hit dice back if you spent any.
Oh, yes.
So
I didn't, actually.
Whatever if people spend them, you get half amount back, rounded down, if you've got a decimal place. You obviously refresh spells, that kind of stuff, and then you're fully healed. For people that have exhaustion, if you have
that's me.
Yeah. Do you have more than one, or do you just have level 1?
Just one.
Then you're back to 0. You're fine.
Yay!
I forgot that you ran yourself into the ground.
I also have no items. I've cleared out all of my equipment.
Except for your rapier. You have
except
a
my
rapier.
rapier. I've got my rapier now. Yeah.
And some tea towels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think... Oh, God, he's going to fucking regret this. Nook will walk up to Jen in the morning when everyone's kind of packing up. And he'll pull out Tide's short bow in the bag of holding. And he'll say...
I started well.
And he'll say, I'm not ready to give you the bag of holding back yet. I'm sure you can understand that. But you should be prepared for what comes ahead. I'd rather have you, as lethal as you are, with a weapon in your hand. And I give her the short bow and some arrows.
Thank you, Nook.
I
I understand. It's probably safer in your hands for the moment anyway.
Yeah, he nods and then he kind of just walks away. So I'll remove that from the old thingamabobber. Can I actually just delete the fucking thing? God, I haven't used Excel in a while.
If you right click
clear
on the...
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are. Right, cool. Yeah. So can we 20 arrows is the base.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what Tide's bow did? Because it's a magic
No,
item.
because it hasn't got a note next to it.
Ah, that's because you don't know.
Yeah,
what it
I don't think we identified his bow.
I don't think we
Yeah, no, you
identified
didn't,
the
no.
bow.
does.
We only did his armor and his spear
Yeah, it's
Right.
trident.
because we completely forgot that Tide had a fucking short bow.
Yeah.
Otherwise Jen would have had it this entire time.
Yeah.
It's like a well done you for not dying present.
Okay.
Yep.
So, Tide's bow, because I imagine that you want to be attuned to this bow.
Yes.
Oh God, so magical.
Tide's bow gives you a swim speed equal to your movement.
Oh, sick!
That's
That's
actually
awesome.
pretty sick. That's
I
dope.
feel like that would have been a lot handier a lot earlier on.
What
We were on that water a lot.
Ah, well.
Could have made somebody hold the bow, tie a rope to them.
And just fucking pull it. I think you get a fast speed. I don't think you become like a humpback
It's
whale.
a jet ski.
You just become fucking Hasselhoff in that SpongeBob movie. You just become
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, fucking hell.
So I'll take some time in the morning to attune to that.
Yeah. Over the course of your long rest, you'll become attuned to it anyway.
Alright, cool.
Anything else whilst your guys are packing up?
I'm just getting Reginald ready for a hard hike to the west, I believe you said it was.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I would like to try and make an Arcana check.
On
So I want to know if I know if I can use locate object on the summoning. Oh, not the summoning. The teleportation circle. I want to know if it classes as an object, like that I can track with my spell.
Yes. What's your distance on your spell, though?
It is. It is 1,000 feet.
It is definitely not going to be 1,000 feet.
Oh no, I don't want to use my spell now. I just want to see if I can.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. I can.
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah. It's not going to cut it. That's 9 plus 3. That's 12.
Yeah, you can use locate object.
Sweet, dope. That'll come in handy later. Woo! I'm glad. I'll make a note of that. But yeah, unless anyone else has got stuff they want to do, I'll just be getting Reginald ready.
Nook.
Oi.
Can I just check if something is in the bag?
You want to know where your dagger is, don't you?
No.
What is it?
I want to see if my glasses are in the bag.
I put my hand in the bag of holding and think about Genevieve's lovely spectacles.
Genevieve's spectacles appear.
Cool.
However, half of it's melted away.
I've just got a monocle.
Yeah, they might not be half as useful, but they're still here, I guess.
How are they magical glasses?
They are. Remember, we
Piss.
spent so much time trying to fucking make these fuckers.
Oh, you won't be able to use mending then, will you? Fuck.
I can repair them to glasses. I just can't bring the magic back.
Yeah, I'm not short-sighted or long-sighted.
Yeah.
It just helps me see in daylight.
That was the badger.
Oh, fuck. That sucks.
So we need to get you a cap.
Yeah, I need like a sun hat. I need some sunglasses!
You need a guide doggo. That's what you need, Nuz. You need a guide doggo.
Yeah.
We could maybe train the mule to be a guide mule.
Hey.
Mulo? Malo?
ER boy.
Oh boy, yes.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so you spend the next day. You rest, and you set off again, and you should be round about the location where this teleportation circle is. You're following like a river. There's like underwater river.
Around the river bend.
Except for like the river doesn't it doesn't actually feel like a riverbed as such. It's kind of like this constantly writhing sort of like a tube of water that kind of like slowly that for some weird gravitational phenomenon doesn't actually touch the ground. All the water is in midair. And it's kind of like if it was in see-through perspex and you're watching water go through a tube. It kind of looks something like that. And you can see a waterfall somewhat ahead of you.
So this is the waterfall that the map detailed, correct?
Yes.
And where did the map say? What? So where, in relation to the map, is the teleportation circle, and then also the skull and crossbones?
So on the map, It is on the other side of the waterfall. There's like an arrow that follows a river, and then there's the waterfall, and then there's the teleportation circle on the other side, and then there's a skull and crossbones on the other side of that.
The waterfall. How big is it? Like, is it large? Is it raging?
Oh, it's like it's roughly about 20 feet wide as it goes down this sheer cliff. It goes straight down, but then it funnels really rapidly into like the river that you've been following. That's roughly about 8 feet, but it goes from just like free falling because it's going over a cliff. But then it kind of looks like there's this natural phenomenon that sucks all the water together and then just like stops it from hitting the ground, and then it just shoots straight forward. The path that you're walking, you can see that it goes up just to the right of the waterfall, and then it appears to go behind.
So are we looking down the waterfall, so the waterfall's dropping, or are we looking up and we see the waterfall dropping and then shooting?
You're looking up.
Right, okay. Fuck. Am I able to check how deep it is? How deep the water is?
The water to you is, considering your height, I'm
about 3 foot.
Yeah, you could walk underneath the river because the river doesn't touch the ground.
Oh, it doesn't touch it, right? Oh yeah,
No,
of course.
Like the phaser just stops it hitting the ground, so it's kind of constantly in midair, and it just keeps flowing.
Right. I'm going to stop the cart, and I'm going to turn to everyone, and I'm going to say, right, so we got to cross this river, this waterfall. The map says that we should go behind it, so I'm inclined to actually follow Giles' instructions. But I'm thinking that, we should ditch this cart. It's loud. It's unnecessary. We probably won't even be able to get it through the teleportation circle. I mean, I don't know how it works, but yeah, it probably won't work. And I don't really want to approach whatever maybe the skull and crossbones might represent. I would rather get a surprise attack on it. And we can't do that trudging a big old cart filled with a bunch of people.
Genevieve, will you be okay to walk?
Yeah, I feel as good as I can. Skin's a bit sore.
I'm probably. Oh, go on, sorry.
Does Artemis have any of that salve left?
I was literally just going to go check, see if I actually do anything, so give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to a big like sigh that you would have brought that up. Would it do anything, Ryan?
Nope. It will cure disease and poisons.
Yeah.
And it'll give some HP, but nothing about minor restoration is essentially what you're looking for.
It could be swallowed or applied to the skin. Well, one of those is off the...
You'd be like, oh, it's kind of soothing for 2 minutes.
Yeah. The goop isn't going to do anything, I'm afraid.
I'm going to leave Reggie. I'm going to leave him behind. I don't want him getting hurt. We should clear out the area first before we, get to business.
Is the plan to get hurt?
I hope it isn't, mate, but it's a possibility. I mean, I don't know what the skull and crossbones means, but it
Treasure?
usually doesn't mean good things.
Treasure.
Usually it means death.
Treasure.
No,
That's
X
usually an
means
X.
Oh.
And since I haven't attacked Reggie at all in my entire life of knowing him, I can actually convey simple ideas and read mood, intent, and emotions. So I can convey that I'm going to leave him behind, and that it's okay. I'm going to come back for him. I kiss him on his forehead. I say, mate, it's all right. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to kill some baddies. Make sure that you're safe, buddy.
He makes some like nondescript gesture.
Yeah, he does.
Like run.
Reggie's a cool ass dude. He's one smooth killer.
Okay.
Why do I feel like you put more character work into Reginald than you have into any
That's
other
the thing.
character?
That's the thing, though, right? I'm literally just making this shit up. Reggie was just like, oh, okay, I'll just have a meal. That's cool. And as my BFF, along with Giles and Dunn.
Anyone who isn't in this party.
Do you guys make your way up to the waterfall?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ditch the car and I hitch Reggie to a rock, a little bit away from the water, but close by enough that I can see him whilst crossing over.
If following through this path, this shortcut, gets us in trouble, you all aren't allowed to call me out on the next thing that gets us in trouble.
Do you?
Okay.
But I enjoy that way too.
Just one.
Okay, fine.
I'll understand the rest.
I haven't really got grounds to argue this, so yeah.
So, you've you've followed the path.
I'd like stealth.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah.
Try and stealth at least.
Yeah, that was the plan. We try stealthily.
Yeah, I
Roll-
think we should stealthily approach.
Roll me all the stealths.
All the stealth.
Do I have anything that will allow me
14!
to stealth?
14.
28.
Blah, blah. All right, Genevieve.
24.
Injuries still sneakier than everyone else.
12.
15.
No, I don't.
No, 22, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'll happily take that. That is a 19 for me.
Ooh, so the lowest was the 12. Okay. You slowly make your way up the incline as you get to the bottom of the waterfall. It becomes like incredibly loud, as you can imagine. The amount of water that's just constantly being, constantly going over this waterfall. You follow the path. It kind of gets narrower, to the roughly about 4 feet in width. As you have to go past and round the base of the waterfall, and it leads you into a very large and imposing crack. It's not so much of an opening, natural form of a cave that looks like somebody as something, or maybe there's been some tectonic shifts, that's formed this crack in the ground somewhat recently. You can fit through, doesn't bother you as much. You go through, and it comes out into open area. 20 feet in front of you is a small 1 foot wide sort of like podium post that comes up to just about Nook's neck level, and then there's a large 2 foot diameter bowl that's sat on top. And you look out in front of you and you can see it looks to be about 60 feet between this post, and just 60 feet ahead there's this large, looks to be like a dais, like a platform. It has a very small faint blue glow that goes round it, and it's got like what you would imagine would be something like a small will-o-wisp, something like that, that's going round, or a couple of them. that's just constantly going round. And on the ground, as they pass, it gives off this slight illumination of the ground around it. And what you can see are large, that look to be really thick, sort of like tubes or like branches that are like interlocking together over top of each other on the ground. So it kind of looks like bread that's been like knotted together, kind of like that sort of effect. But it's just like a blanket of it across the ground that covers from wall to wall all the way past the dais and then into the darkness past your eyesight. Every time one of these will-o-wisps comes round, you get this like arcing effect where it like quickly illuminates it and then it dims down again, like a pulse. There's some markings on the pillar. If somebody would want to attempt to read them.
I'll give it a whirl.
What languages do you speak?
I speak a couple. Common, Elven, Primordial, and Dwarven.
Yeah, you have no idea what this says.
Cool.
I'll give it a try.
What languages?
The only one I know that's different is Undercommon.
Nope.
It's going to be Thieves' Cant, isn't it?
Thieves' Cant?
Yep.
What does it say?
It says, beware the hands of Hadar. Make an offering for a safe passage.
Beware the hands of Hadar. Make an offering for safe passage.
Have you told us what it says?
Yes, that's what I was just repeating it.
Wasn't sure if you were like writing it down.
I like the idea that Genevieve just says that, and Artemis is like, "So, what does it say?"
I wasn't sure if you were just like saying it while you were writing down or something. So,
do we recognise what the hands of Hadar are?
Anybody that's proficient in religion can give me a check.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, proficient.
Yeah.
Wait, you're a cleric, not proficient in religion?
Bard first.
Oh yeah, of course.
That would be a 18.
An 18.
Nice.
Hadar is... It sounds familiar. You're not overly too sure what it implies. Hadar usually, from your experience, is an entity that you've come across with small cults that tend to worship a god that they believe that exists in the sky, in the darkness of night. There's no concept of space in the Forgotten Realms. We'll talk about Planescape at some other stream, because that's where it gets fun. But still, at this point, the Hands of Hadar to you is in reference to an entity that exists in the sky at night. There's no such thing as like a central port for the religion, so it's not organised as such. You've only ever heard of like passing references. You've probably come across a cult at one point in like a small obscure village where they still practice this worshipping of this individual. But yeah, that's all you get from an 18.
Okay. I'll share everything I know with the rest of the party.
How do you spell Hadar?
Hadar. Hadar.
Yeah, so.
What would be an appropriate offering to?
Yeah, would I know what an offering it would like?
You think it's kind of like you know that you know, but you just can't, for the fucking life of you just can't remember. It's kind of like that you didn't roll high enough.
It's almost like I'm not a real person. Okay. So no infants, no virgins,
Nope.
no flowers.
Nope.
What about a gnome?
Hey.
Oh, a mule.
No.
We could go literal. The hands. So Artemis just hold a hand out.
How about a spider dagger?
No.
I'm surprised, like, Genevieve isn't frothing at the mouth right now.
Offering one evil thing. Another evil thing.
So that's
like Donald Trump baiting North Korea.
That's written in thieves' can, right?
Yeah.
Gold.
Try.
Maybe. Do we have anything we've stolen?
I stole the dagger.
Oh, God.
No, you acquired the dagger.
There is a shrine to Lolth.
You did steal that.
I did steal that.
I don't think you should give the god.
The previous statement.
Yeah.
Can't get anything off of.
There's a small bag with vials of liquid in it.
What about the braces of suffering? Where did we get them from?
I think we found it in a chest.
Fuck.
I think we took it from a chest. Does that count as stealing?
Chest was locked.
Oh.
Oh, it's the chest that Ro just fucking hit.
Yeah, you just like smash it to pieces.
I miss
Why
Ro.
would we pick the lock? I don't think any of us are ever going to use the braces of suffering. In fact, I completely forgot we
I
had
thought
them.
they were cursed.
I think they are.
Mm.
Can't remember what they did. No, you didn't write them.
They-
With a name like braces of suffering, I don't think you need to imagine much.
They give you
Suffering.
yeah, that too. They give you a increase to your initiative roll for the downside of a slight decrease on your maximum HP.
How much is slight?
So basically, you have a D6 decrease, permanent decrease on your maximum HP for, I think it's like +2, +3, something like that.
Just to know if it's asking. Well, I don't know if it's asking for value. But if we're going on value, they are worth 650 gold.
Yeah, they are.
And it's the second most expensive item in the bag of holding.
What's the first?
Tide splint armor.
Oh, no, we're not getting
The reason why they call the braces of suffering is because they're braces that have small hooks on the inside. So when you put them on, they are permanently attached.
fun.
So
I can deal with the D6 decrease.
you're kind of like constantly in pain. So you're constantly aware. So you get the slight pump of initiative.
I mean, I'm cool with giving the braces suffering, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll work. That's the thing.
Well, if it doesn't work, we pick them back up.
Yeah,
I
mean,
guess
trial
that's
and
the
error.
worst that can happen. You know, make an offering to insult a god and then
Drop a few coins first.
I
I
mean,
think
we
it'll
can't.
more than a few.
Yeah, it'd be more than
it's up to
few.
Nook. He's got the bag now with all the
I mean,
communal
if
gold
it's
in.
like
So.
if it's like a small god that isn't really. Could you stop attacking my arm right now? If it's like a small god that just like of cults, like tiny cults, I think gold might work. But if not, we have the braces, which are very fucking expensive.
I mean, you'd think Giles would write about this in his fucking letter, Giles.
Yeah,
Giles
you'd
not
think.
mention it? Which,
You know,
wait,
what happened to
Isn't
me and
this
my
what
beard?
the skull and crossbones
Huh.
is?
I mean, it was a crudely drawn map.
It looks like he did draw the map in haste.
Is the skull and crossbones roughly where we are, Ryan?
I mean, the skull and crossbones is on the. If you think about from you've approached, say you're looking at the map, and you've approached from the right side of the map, and you're going left, so the west. You followed the river. It shows a waterfall, and then left of that is a teleportation circle, and then left of that is a skull and crossbones. Maybe this is what he's talking about.
Okay.
I had a bad idea.
Wait, you've had a bad idea?
What if I cut my hand and drop some blood on it?
I appreciate your
Can we try
enthusiasm.
gold first?
Yeah, let's start with gold, then the item. Failing that, we'll start doing blood sacrifices.
I know Krex and Artemis know shit that's magic-y. So I'm going to say to Krex and Artemis, I'm going to say, do you guys see a summoning? Not a summoning. Fuck, why do I keep saying summoning? Dark Souls, that's why. Do you guys see a teleportation circle anywhere around here?
Do we?
Yeah, so you all can see it. You can see this like dais off in the distance.
Oh, okay.
That's like pulsing, that's slowly illuminating the area, and then dimming it,
Right.
and then illuminates it, dims it.
Is there any sort of like markings on the teleportation circle that might indicate where it leads to?
I mean, if you could see from an angle an object that's 60 feet away, then yeah, but from this distance, no.
Fuck. Come on. Nook is going to walk away to somewhere private.
Is he going to? No. Is Nook going to do the thing that we think he's going to do?
I'm going to go get the contingency plan.
Oh my
Try
god!
some gold first, Nook.
Like, Nook, please don't.
You
take
can
it
throw
from us.
some gold on it if you want. The contingency plan is called a contingency plan for a reason.
But without the contingency plan, what contingency plan do you have?
Well, that's what you guys will owe me.
Oh, Jesus. Shall we try some gold first?
Let's try gold first.
I'll
Then-
chuck Krex the bag of holding.
If it turns out the answer is just to say pretty please.
Please, Haydar, can you please just let us use your teleportation?
Oh, mate, I've not brought my wallet with me. If you could just... I'll pay Callie some gold as soon as I get in.
Oh god.
My mum's in a different city. She's sick. She's got cancer, and I need to catch a bus, so I'm mugging you.
Yeah.
So who's doing
Fantasy
what?
bus.
Who's
My
doing what?
water's broke.
It's up to you guys.
Okay, let's check.
Fucking put some gold on it, or
Yeah, how
near
much
it, or
gold-
whatever.
How much gold do we have left after Nook gave Giles that hand tip?
Where is the gold? I can't see it on this screen.
Different tab.
Oh, is it a different tab?
I have gold on my person.
You've not been sharing?
So,
I mean, I've got some personal gold. We should all have some personal gold.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I spent mine.
Okay.
so I'm going to throw a gold piece down.
Oof, oof.
Really? You're breaking the bank there, aren't you?
Ooh, Artemis, I don't know.
As soon as the coin hits the dish, nothing happens.
Okay, how much gold does Iggy show? Iggy will also check on a gold piece.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna stick 5 gold pieces down.
Nothing happens.
I mean, we're taking all this back, it doesn't work.
So there are 7 gold pieces on the plate.
Artemis picks up the 7 gold pieces.
Ah!
Nook is shitting out his ruby right now.
Contingency plan.
Yep. Plopping it down, taking a nice little squat.
Did he give it a nice like spit shine first before presenting it to Haydar?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm giving it as an offering, I might as well clean it up a bit. You know what I mean?
How much was the ruby worth, did we say?
You said 500.
I think it was 500, yeah.
You said 500 GP.
Okay. You poop out the opal. Ruby, sorry. And now you have a poopy ruby in your hand.
No, he cleaned it.
I cleaned it.
It was a previously poopy ruby.
Yeah.
It's just a ruby with a bit of stank.
Yeah.
It's a stank ruby.
Bit of character, as I like to call it.
Okay.
And I walk over to the dish. Fucking just shame. So much shame on my face. And I throw it into the dish.
The dish. Okay. So your opal, it's a metal dish. Keep saying opal. The ruby hits the dish and it goes ting ting ting, clangs around, and then finds its like natural center. And then
Is it like a weevil?
Yeah, because you said it's like an egg shape. Like it's
yeah. It's smooth for entry and exit.
Yeah. So it goes from like lying on its side naturally to it spins and then stands. So like the thickest part is at the bottom, in the center of the dish, and then you see it just kind of like sink down and just meld into the dish over a few seconds.
I don't want any of you to ever say I've never helped this group ever again. And by the way, you owe me a 500 gold bloody opal ruby, alright? That was my contingency plan. My mum gave me that jewel. And I'm gonna go grab Reggie.
And hug him. We'll be like, I need some consoling. Just crying into his mane about the ruby.
Simple idea that I'm ashamed of myself today.
He comes along with you back to the group.
And then I guess we try and teleport them. Do we?
Can I see if there's any markings that tell me where it goes?
Nope. You haven't even crossed the cavern yet. You're still on the other side of this weird-looking pathway. Nothing happened after the opal disappeared.
What the fuck?
Right,
Is the floor covered in something? Did you say that the whole floor is covered in those like bread roll things?
Yeah, it's kind of like it looks kind of like they kind of look like. Do you know how like the roots of a fucking tree like overlap each other when they're on the surface? They kind of like wrapped and knotted together. It kind of like looks like that, but the whole ground is kind of like these. Let's call them really big like tubes or worms that are kind of like flowing over each other and then knotting together. Like if somebody cooked 17, 20 tons of spaghetti and just threw them across the fucking ground, it would kind of look like that. Except for when the opal vanished, nothing happened. No, nothing on the rune changed. Everything just carried on as it normally did.
I mean, the inscription just says safe passage, so you would think that whatever would have attacked us, hopefully, since the opal melted, that we'll just get across safely, right? We would assume that.
That is an educated guess.
So I say we just cross.
Let's just go for it for now and see.
Idiots first.
Nah, mate, I'm taking it rare. Reggie's the slow boy. He's nervous.
Who's first?
I'll go first.
I'm sure the lowest intelligence.
I actually have really high intelligence.
Okay, Krex, as you, I guess, nervously make your way to the edge of this terrain.
Yeah.
You put your left foot out to place it onto the ground, and you can feel that it's quite squishy, kind of like you can imagine of a giant octopus and you're stepping on its tentacles.
Oh, God.
Octopus. Don't fucking do that, Ryan.
You take a step, and then the other foot, and then nothing happens.
Hey, maybe it all worked out.
I'll continue walking.
Yeah,
Keep
you carry on
going.
walking. Nothing happens.
Just want to make sure we're all aware that the ruby was a joint effort and didn't just passage for one of us.
Nothing
I'm going to keep walking. I'm assuming somebody's not following me.
Yeah, well, I'll follow.
Artemis will follow me.
So as you guys make your way across this terrain to get to the dais, nothing happens. You
Told you guys, contingency plan.
climb onto the dais.
You all need a butt ruby.
Oh, God.
Nook, the Oprah of butt rubies. You get a butt ruby. You get a butt ruby.
You climb onto the dais,
Hashtag free the butt ruby.
and as soon as Nook, I assume that you help Reginald get onto the dais before you do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
As soon as Nook steps onto the dais, there's like a glow from the inside of your jacket where the sigil thing is on the note that Giles gave you. Glows, and everybody is bathed in this bright white light. There's like a tunnel that just consumes your entirety of your vision, and you feel this like pull, like it's kind of like if you had like a harness on with a rope on the front of your body. There's just this instant pull and some force just yanking you from the space of reality where you were stood, and then there's this sudden stop movement, as it takes a few moments for you guys to get accustomed to wherever you've come out. And that's where we're going to end today.
We made it out of the Underdark.
Oh, did we? We don't know yet.
And we're going to
Ryan.
end up back in Femberchord's lair.
Can we not be in the Themberchord Underdark anymore, please? It's too much. Too much.
See, what
I
I-
like the forest.
What if
I
you
miss? Killing wolf children.
Yeah, I
Remember
preferred
that?
it when we were killing wolf children.
The wolf children was fun.
Next
burning
session,
question,
all wolf children,
put
all the
aside.
time.
the burning question I feel is Nook now able to retain bowel function?
What do you mean?
If he's had a butt plug up there for a while, he might stretch his sphincter out a bit.
That's very true. No, I probably had a good shit whilst I was taking the ruby out.
That doesn't equal your sphincter closing back up again.
Oh yeah, no, but for now,
We were there waiting for 2 hours.
D&D goatsy.
now.
Oh dear.
For now, the poo is all evacuated.
Just think about how much quicker you'll be getting ready in the mornings now.
Hey.
Yeah.
Saved on that time, yo.
Oh,
Sorry for nearly killing y'all.
that was good, man. I was having a drink and shit.
Sorry for nearly killing you, Genevieve. I didn't know it was you. I wasn't really going to stab you when I found you, I swear.
It's okay, I'm sorry I died.
I suspect, Ryan, that had I not rolled that natural 20, we would be dead.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have. That would have been an all but one. Actually, all but 2 TPK. There would have been just Genevieve and Nook alive.
That would have been awkward.
Yeah.
No, you're not getting on my cart. You can fuck off.
All right, I'll just die again.
What's death to Genevieve?
Yeah, don't you just love some of that bullshit right there? Right? Tide and row, never to be seen again. Oh, but Genevieve! Oh no, and she gets a sword back. That's some justice. But
Deus Ex Ryan.
Seriously, bring row back, please. I swear.
Right, I'm just going to end the stream there, and then we can have a chat about stuff.
Next stream 2 weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me get a date. Because I forgot.
Are you going to do your hair?
It's the 6th of September.
There we go. 6th of September at 7 p.m.
Yay!
Bye.